Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Rose Room. Hey, y'all. Okay, let's just get into this video. But y'all, you know what I'm gonna say. Like the video and subscribe and share, just to like get me out there a little bit. Let's get these subscriber counts up so we can build this great family and have lots of stuff to talk about in the comments and get to know each other, right? But I wanted to tell y'all about this movie that I just saw. Now, I really don't watch kids' movies like that unless I'm watching it with my daughter. But my cousins told me to watch this movie called Encanto, right? Oh my gosh. I would have cried, but I held back my tears, okay? But let me tell you, this is the most serious kids' movie I've ever watched. Like, the message behind it was so surreal, and it was just very deep. Very, very deep kids' movie. I was like, this is the most deep movie I've ever watched. That's for kids. And basically, right, this is a girl named Maribel, and she has a family that lives in like this magical house, right? Live in this magical house. It saved them from like when their grandparents were trying to find a new home for them, and this little candle that had given them powers to help their community. And Maribel, when it was like their coming of age ceremony where they get their gifts, Maribel didn't get one. And they were like, saying that, basically she was just a regular person. But really, she was the most gifted of them all, because she was the one that was going to save her family from being like a broken family that everybody does their own thing, everybody worry about themselves and take care of their community, and not like being like a whole family loving and appreciating each other for who and what they are, right? And this movie was so cute. It was so cute. And like, I'm gonna tell y'all my favorite parts of the movie. So my favorite parts were when Maribel's older sister, I can't remember her name right now, she's like very strong, and she was they had a kids toy in McDonald's where they have her holding the donkeys in the like in the movie she was carrying all these donkeys, because her power was she was strong, so she could lift up like bridges and houses and stuff like that. Crazy, right? But her problem with the family and the community was they always gave all the tough stuff for her to do, and she's like, you can collapse under all that pressure of having to do stuff for other people, and they don't ever like check on you and say, are you okay? Like, how are you doing? I know you can help me, but how are you doing as a person? Nobody ever did that for her. So that was her thing. And I was like, I feel like my mom was like that person sometimes. My mom is very strong. Everybody depends on her, leans on her to help our family. And that's how my mom probably feels sometimes. But then you have the other sister, the older sister, that she's all like perfect. She makes flowers and stuff and makes greenery and stuff like that. But everybody thinks she's perfect, and she was stuck in this box of being perfect. And I feel like that's me, because I want to be perfect. I've always wanted to be perfect, like perfect in the perfect girlfriend, perfect friend, blah blah blah. Want to be perfect. And if I'm not, I feel like I'm just not a valuable to anyone, right? So she had her moment where she had got mad at her sister for her messing up her engagement and stuff like that. And she made a cactus, which she had never made a cactus before. And she's like all excited because she's like, I thought I could only make pretty things like me, but I can make other things that aren't as pretty, but they are beautiful because it's part of who she is. And I was just like mind blown. And here we have Maribel. Maribel is the one that has no gift, no powers, just a regular person. Thinks she's less than because she doesn't have powers like the rest of her family. And what do you know? She's the one that saved the family house when it was cracking and losing its power because the family wasn't on one accord with each other. Like, they all had their own ulterior motives of what they wanted to do for themselves, and grandma had all these expectations to put on all the kids of having their power, that everybody just had to have the power to help the community and stuff like that. And Maribel was kind of like the disappointment of the family because she didn't have anything that could help anybody, but really she was the most powerful one because she was going to save their whole family and their village, because she's the peacemaker. Okay, peacemakers are what make the world go round. Peacemakers are like activists, I would say preachers can be peacemakers, I would say, because, you know, they deal with all kinds of people all day. So I feel like they kind of have to be peacemakers of their families and stuff like that. Multiple people, any type of person can be a peacemaker, honestly. But Maribel was a peacemaker, and peacemakers are very valuable, and that was actually her power, was being a peacemaker and be able to bring her family back together. And that was like the most sweetest thing ever, y'all. It was so sweet. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this movie would have made me cry, but I held back my tears. My cousin said she cried 3 times watching the movie. Good movie. Definitely recommend y'all watching it. It's very good. There's a song that y'all might have heard about. We Don't Talk About Bruno. Yeah, that song is lit. I love that song. But Bruno was in there hiding in the cracks and stuff behind the house, in between the house. He was always there because he couldn't escape his family, because they're like in an encanto. It's like a big old mountain area, but they all live inside the mountain where the mountains aren't. But yeah, it was a really good movie. Very good movie. Definitely recommend. 10 out of 10, I would say. Definitely a 10 out of 10. That movie was perfect. Whoever made that movie, you need, like, somebody needs to give you, like, all the money for that movie's views and stuff like that. Like, give them everything. Because that is just, I don't know, whoever made that they're deep. They're deep, and they are needed in this world to make people realize, like, families have problems, and people aren't always as powerful and as perfect and always right and okay as they seem and stuff like that. It's a lot. It was a lot that went into that movie. It really was a lot. But it was good, y'all. It was really good. I would definitely recommend y'all watching it. I think that's it. Definitely watch the movie. Tell me how you think, or if you've seen the movie, tell me what your favorite part was. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because we can have more talks like this. I know y'all love, some of y'all love talking and hearing people's opinions on stuff. So if y'all want to hear more stuff like this about different shows that I watch or whatever, different books that I read, I listen to audiobooks. I don't really read like that. It's kind of hard. I only read poetry books. Recently I've only been able to read poetry books. But I've been trying to listen to audiobooks for self-development and stuff like that. But yeah. But other than that, y'all, that's the end of this video. I just had to share that with y'all, okay? But yeah, I will see y'all later. I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel, share the video, and like the video. And we will see you in the next video. We are leaving the Rose Room.